Hi everybody, it's Craig from Let's Comply. Today I'm joined by the director of Let's Comply, Mr. John Thorogood. John and me are having an interview just with regards to obviously the business itself and how it all came about. So without further ado, John, how did the business actually start up?
Good question, that, Craig. As you well know, and you worked at the same with the same business as I did. We worked together till February of 2021.
Yeah.
We worked for a well-known local letting agent, a well-established and well-thought-of agent, and they were acquired by another company, a corporate company. And at that stage, I just personally thought, well, I'll just do some compliance work, and that would basically be it. It became very apparent after about a couple of weeks that I kept getting calls from landlords who were quite dissatisfied with the service that they were receiving with other agents. And they asked me what I was doing, and effectively how it started was, from there, I opened my own agency up, due to demand, really.
Okay.
And from there it's just sort of snowballed and got bigger and bigger and bigger. Literally started on my living room table, and here we are today at Morgan House with 2 offices and 5 members of staff. So in 19 months we've come a long way.
Yeah, that's fantastic, it really is. So what would you say the aims are of Let's Comply, John? What are you looking to achieve?
Well, what I found out very early was the fact that landlords were quite clearly not receiving the service that they should be from their agents. That was the one thing that came across. Fees were not an issue. I think most landlords would say that providing they were getting value for money, they would be quite happy with their fees.
Yeah.
But the standard of service was quite clearly, from what I was informed, was quite poor from different agents. And that was the inspiration, as much as anything, to develop my own business. And I think that's working well. It really matters, the standard of service to landlords. Landlords are, I consider, you have to give a personal service to. I think there's too many agents, particularly the corporates. I'm not a corporate fan, I'll be honest with you. I think they're too devoid from what landlords require.
Yeah.
And if a landlord can ring up their agent and be able to speak to their property manager and talk everything about their property, whether it's the rent, the condition, inspections, whatever it might be, that's great. But to be ringing an agent up and saying, well, you want to talk about my rent? Well, can you ring somebody in the northwest or down on the south coast or wherever it might be? To me, that doesn't give a good service to the landlord.
Totally agree. So what can Let's Comply offer?
Well, we do a fully managed service at very competitive rates. We can guarantee that the standard of service that will be provided will be absolutely top class. Every member of staff that works for me has been handpicked. I know what their qualities are. We're all ALA Property Mark qualified licensed agents, so we all have MARLA after our names. We are now members of the Guild of Property Professionals. We were actually chosen by them to represent this area, which is a great honour. In fact, we've just come back, a colleague of mine and I came back from a Guild regional meeting 2 days ago. Yeah. And you know what, the Guild really do offer a great deal to agents. We're also with, obviously notwithstanding, we're with ALA Property Mark. Yeah. And they are the national body, if you like, that any decent agent should be with. We have client money protection, and we're with all the regulatory bodies that we have to be with. So we are, I think, pretty much at the top of the game in that respect. And the ultimate thing for me is to offer a landlord a very good service for value for money. Yeah. And that, I think, is vitally important. And to have a good working relationship. Yeah. And to be able to produce, to be able to give information about the lettings industry to them, and ensure that they're legal and compliant. And that's what they pay you for. Yeah. And that's what should be happening with all agencies. Sadly, that does not occur, as you all know.
Yeah. Just a quick one, John, I don't know what I'm asking, but what would you say Let's Comply's unique selling point is at this present moment in time?
Well, I say standard of service, that shouldn't be, can I just say, that should be a given norm, but it isn't. But I think that's something that we're very, very good at. I'm not going to sit here and say that everything in life is perfect. It isn't. We make mistakes, everybody does. But the thing is, if you do make a mistake, it's how you react from it and what you learn from it and how you can improve from it. I'm not going to sit here and say that everything is perfect all the time. It isn't, no matter where you work or what you do in your life. But that's one of the things that I champion, if you like. It's this quality and standard of service that we provide.
Okay, fantastic. Now, outside of the business, John, is there anything else that the company is doing on top of obviously the day-to-day sort of renting of properties and obviously dealing with landlords and tenants? Is there anything else that you're trying to promote?
Yeah, we like to get involved with the community as much as possible. We are involved with Pinchbeck United Football Club. We sponsor their kit. We're involved in quite a number of other areas of sponsorship. One that particularly comes to mind that we're just developing at the moment is that we've decided to go with two charities. One which is called FAB, which is in South Lincolnshire, Spalding, where one of our main bases is, areas of rental properties. Now FAB, I do know, help youngsters particularly and persons with disabilities to get out in the community. They have minibuses to run, etc., so it's all a big cost for them. So what we're doing is we're helping them, and we're also hoping to help the Butterfly Hospice in Boston. Another one that's we've been very passionate about. That's another area we're going to help. And what we're going to do is, basically, any landlord that brings a property to us, we will give a fixed donation on every property to those two charities. So if you live in the Spalding and South Lincolnshire area, it will go to FAB. If you live in Boston and the north end of where we operate, then that will go to the Butterfly Hospice, at least for 12 months when we're doing that. So they do stand to gain quite a bit from it. So if there are any landlords out there looking to move from an agent, another agent, or new business, and you wish to come to an agent that is going to give you good value for money, top class service, and put something back into the community, then Let's Comply Property Rental Experts is the place to come, and I guarantee you we will fulfil what we say we're going to do.
Fantastic, lovely. Well, there you have it then, guys. So you've heard from the man himself, and from our perspective, we would love to hear from more of you, whether it's just general feedback, whether it's obviously there's any interest there from a business perspective, but also to obviously reach out and obviously make sure that obviously we do have that conversation with local businesses as well. We want to grow our business and help those around us as well. So if you are interested and want to find out more about Let's Comply, please feel free to give us a call. Numbers are at the bottom, and email. And other than that, John, thanks ever so much for your time today.
Thank you, Craig.
Lovely, take care, bye-bye.